Hello, I'm at Cadbury today. Yeah, Saturday. What date is it? I can't remember. Anyways, I'm going into the attraction. I'll see you in there. This is the Aztec Jungle. The first mini walkthrough. Got interactive games. Oh. Not working. Okay, there's two. One more there. Get 3 bars each. Paid for a bag, £2.50. Not too bad. Yeah. Reminded me a lot of the cave that Drayton Manor open for Halloween. Yeah, I think that's back open for Christmas. Some more games. Yeah, very interactive. Yeah. And then, yeah, very interactive here. Way better than Legoland Discovery Centre anyway. That was not the best. So, I did not do a vlog. Yeah, very cool in here. If you've got that. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, very well themed in here. I mean, yeah, it is a warehouse, but for Merlin, very good. What's this one then? This one? Doesn't look like this one works. But yeah, theming is quite good for Merlin. Yeah, like if you look at all this, it is, I'd say, I feel bad for Cadbury having to be Merlin now. But yeah, I have no clue. I'm just going to say true, false. Yay. True. No, okay, false. Oh, no, true. I don't know any of this. Is it true? Yep, true. Question 4. True. Or is it false? Nope, false. One more. False. No, true. Okay. Don't trust me with that. Yeah, like I said, very nicely themed in here. Like, there's one dark ride and there's some interactive parts. There's a 4D cinema and chocolate making name thing. So I'll show you, yeah, I'll see you when I'm out of this part. This one's just like colouring in. Yeah. Pretty cool. Tap it and it just colours in. A boat. Yeah.
Get rid of it.
There I am.
What sort of treasure ship is this?
We've also got sign language, which is, that's good. More inclusive. So, it's like a protection, pepper goes spray type, no, not spray, pepper ghost effect thing. So it's like a projection, but it looks like it's actually real. pretty good.
I returned to Spain in 1520 years. I loaded my galleons with cocoa beans and chocolate drink making, as I was convinced that this drink would delight my cousins.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of interactive stuff.
Not
There's
many
one there again.
by adding sugar. We kept chocolate a closely guarded secret for over 100 years, until the daughter of King Philip II of Spain married King Louis XIII of France and took the secret with her to the French court.
Yeah, so that one's finished. It's quite, how is this Merlin? Like the theming. Imagine it's reminding me of Scaremare's theming, I'll be honest.
Until the restoration.
Yeah, it's really good.
When it became popular
Very immersive.
and with the wealthy.
Right, I'll see you in a bit. There's some more there. But yeah, I'll see you in the next room.
Popular both at court and with the wealthy. Some Europeans, famous dynasties, were also in the day after the coronation of Charles II.
One more to watch. Then the next area is kind of a break. I don't think this one's working. Is it working? Should be.
Yeah.
I'll just wait a few minutes.
This is White's Chocolate House in the fashionable St. James's Street, London. Chocolate houses were very fashionable in 18th century London, where the wealthy would meet to discuss politics, gamble, gossip, and of course, drink chocolate.
Welcome. Got a free show going on here. Look at this.
My father, Cadbury, owns a grocery business. Our family
Yeah, it's very well themed.
And we originally came from the West End. Father moved the family to Birmingham from our home in Exeter in 1794 and set up his business as a linen draper and silk merchant. Birmingham was a fine place to live, with plenty of business opportunities. We soon made many friends, and my father became a prominent member of the local Quaker community. Because of our religious values, Quakers were considered to be non-conforming.
This is kind of, don't know how to explain it. But yeah.
Here is my shop at number 93 Bull Street, where I set up my business in 1824 to trade tea and coffee. I also sold cocoa drinks I prepared myself, chocolate and coffee beans. These drinks were considered as wholesome alternatives to alcohol, which we as Quakers strongly disapproved. In my spare time, I experimented with preparations of cocoa beans and chocolate, which I could sell in the shop. Soon I had to rent a warehouse in nearby Crooked Lane, where I could manufacture these products on a larger scale. At first, it was very difficult, because I had to pay high taxes on the cocoa beans. And then, on top of all that, I had to move out of Crooked Lane and into another factory, here, in Bridge Street. That's when my brother Benjamin joined me, and together we formed Cadbury Brothers. With more space, we could now prepare a cocoa powder and an eating chocolate that could be packed and sold. Soon after, my eldest son, Richard, joined the company. Having Richard with us made all the difference. He saw to it that the quality of our cocoa improved, introduced new products, and even opened a shop in London. Our efforts were rewarded when we received our first royal warrant from Queen Victoria. That was when my younger son, George, joined us.
George introduced many benefits for the workforce, such as half-day holidays, a sick club, and many improvements in the factory.
And Richard, your new designs for our packaging were a huge success.
Well, we had to try something different, just to get ourselves recognized, Father, as we were still a small company. Our aim was to manufacture only the highest quality cocoa and chocolate.
I know, and I could tell you some stories of less scrupulous producers who added brick dust to their cocoa.
But also output increase.
The Bridge Street factory was now too small to cope, and we had to expand somewhere else.
For some time, George and I had shared the same vision to build our new factory in a garden setting, away from the smoke and grime of the city. We called our new factory Bourneville. We opened our new factory in 1879, and were faced with many more challenges as the size of our workforce increased. As the company prospered, we introduced bonuses, such as payment for output and punctuality, a 5.5-day week, pension schemes, works committees, training, and many other benefits.
I sent my son George to Switzerland to find out how chocolate was made, using fresh milk.
Soon after, Cadbury were able to manufacture chocolate with a much higher milk content that rivaled even the best Swiss products.
That was when we launched our most important new brand. We called it Cadbury's Dairy Milk. It became so popular with its distinctive taste that sales exceeded all our best expectations. And within a short while, it had become our best-selling chocolate. In 1919, we merged with Fry, and the company went from strength to strength.
And so we have seen that big things have their roots in the smallest beginnings.
Conditions that could be aggravated by abrupt or sudden movement are strongly advised to sit in the back row or stand in the next theatre.
Our story starts over there, where you can see a farmer and his team planting our young cocoa trees. Hello there! Once each pod has been plucked, it's cut open, so that all of the beans and sticky pulp can be scooped out to be fermented in a heap and then dried in the hot sun until they've turned a rich brown colour. Once the beans are dried, they are tested for their quality before being loaded onto a cargo ship to be transported to England. They are then taken to our factory in Chirk for processing. Now, first the beans must be sorted and physically cleaned to remove any stones, dust and string that have come across with the beans from Africa. This is done using a stream of air and by passing the beans over vibrating silks.
Moving.
Raw cocoa beans are now pasteurized using very hot steam. Green cocoa beans
I
are
wasn't
now
expecting
taken to be roasted. Revolving tubular gas-fired ovens. The beans are then cooled and are ready to have their shells removed through a process.
Here we go. Oh.
This is done by passing the brittle beans over a series of vibrating trays and fitting them with breaker arms. The shell is then blown away,
Oh.
and the remaining pieces of bean are called nibs. The nibs are now ground up in large mills. This process generates heat, which helps to transform the nibs into a thick, chocolate-coloured liquid called cocoa liquor, or mass. Some cocoa liquor is taken to our factory at Marlborough for further processing. The rest of the liquor is pressed to extract the cocoa butter. The refined cocoa butter is now taken to Bourneville, where we will catch up with it later. Meanwhile, the cocoa liquor that has been taken to Marlborough is pumped into storage tanks, ready to be turned into chocolate crumb. Over 150 tons of sugar and 500,000 litres of fresh full cream milk are delivered to Marlborough every day to be used in this process. But first, The milk must be pasteurized and then evaporated to remove most of the water before sugar can be added to produce a sweetened condensed milk. The liquid milk and sugar solution is now heated again before the cocoa liquor from churk is added and thoroughly mixed to create a thick paste. The paste is then squeezed between steam-heated rollers under a huge vacuum, causing the paste to turn into a powder. The resulting crumb is scraped from the rollers, dried in a flow of hot air, and blown into storage silos. The crumb is now taken to Bourneville in tankers, where it is ground and mixed into a paste with this, the cocoa butter, which came from churk earlier. The paste is then refined into a flake before being conched or mixed to form a liquid chocolate.
Yeah. Ooh. Which one? Cream egg. Oh. Can't really hear it. Yeah, no, where's the... Can't really hear it the best.
They are dropped into a long tube by a
This one's longer.
adds the buttons, then seals the top, all in less than 1 second. Now all the outers are then stacked in layers on pallets and sent to our distribution centres.
Yeah. Go to the next room now. And this is chocolate tempura. Yeah. I'll show you some of this.
Come on after someone else, I don't know where everything is. They leave it in strange places. Right. So, what we are going to do today is we are going to do a little bit of chocolate making, but I'm not going to be doing it like we do it in the factory over the road. They use like a bunch of machines and stuff like that, you know, it's all very high tech. I can't afford that on my wage. So instead what we're going to have to do is actually we're going to have to do it by hand. So we have a lovely, lovely marble table over here. It's nice and cold, it's going to cool down our chocolate for us. Now, I'm going to be using the technique we would have used roughly about 120 years ago. So, we're going to start with our lovely warm chocolate. It's currently at about 45 degrees. We're just going to start by pouring it out onto the table, just like so. And it's going to start cooling down nice and quickly. And all we're going to do, we're going to help out. So we're going to get our tools over here. We've got our palette knife. Start by spreading it out nice and thin on the table, just like chocolate spread on the toast. Now, if anyone's a big fan of British Bake Off, you might have heard Paul Hollywood say the word chocolate tempering before, and you have no idea what he's on about. Don't worry, I'm here to help. So, chocolate tempering is what I'm doing right now. We are getting all the lovely jubbly cocoa butter crystals in the chocolate, and we are making sure that they stay nice and mixed in a lovely little formation. If you just leave it to sit there without spreading it, scraping it, that sort of thing, you're going to end up with a really grainy, horrible chocolate. It's not going to taste too nice. So what you need to do is you need to temper it just like what I'm doing to keep it, you know, they're very durable. You can use them for, I mean, you can use these for so long, honestly. But there's one big downside. They are incredibly loud. So you can imagine a room of chocolatiers, you know, you've probably got like a couple of dozen, and they are doing that, you're going to end up with a bit of a headache. But depending on what chocolate you're making, you've got different molds. So for example, I'm going to be making roses. So we've got the lovely roses molds. These are a walnut whirl, like this, to make your chocolate.
Look at all of these. Wow.
Oh, look at that pretty shirt.
So this is where you can get a pot of chocolate, melted chocolate, yeah, very nice. Yeah, you can see they're making the chocolate here. Yeah, I think this is like the end of the tour now, like 4D cinema. So yeah, see you when I've got my chocolate. Got my pot of chocolate here, melted chocolate. I've got one something. This is the outdoor bar. I have no clue if there's any shows on today. But yeah, let's jump into this. I'll give you a review. Just had my, what was it again? Chocolate. So, yeah, I was so confused. It said Cadbury's chocolate place is outside, that's to right, but it was inside last time. I don't know. So, see you when I'm downstairs. Just want to go downstairs. Yeah, I'm actually very confused. Yeah, it's changed. Again, I'll just tell you wherever I am. Yeah, so it's made me think, can we do chocolate plus more than once now that it's outside and not in the attraction? I have no clue, we'll have to find it out. Anyway, next is the Have a Go zone, so I'll show you some of that. It's in the chocolate maker now. Oh, never mind. That's not going to work. This is so like... There we go.
We are really doing a good job.
There we go. Not the best. What are you doing? Let me move your arm.
Oh, let me get some bottles.
Just done top chocolate tendering. Now it's time for the 4D experience. I'm very confused though because the ride changed, and yeah, it used to be up in here. Now it's not. So yeah, see you when I'm about to get into the 4D experience, and I'll see you after and give you a review. So 4D chocolate experience. See you when I get out. Just finished that. It was really good. The chairs were a bit loud, but it was good. It was good. So yeah. See what, I don't know. Bye. So now we go through the Formula experience, then advertising afterwards, and then the ride. And it's over.
Come on. Is that really?
Unwrap the chocolate. something full. This one's not. By the looks of it, the ride has been moved. Oh no, mind, we do still go upstairs. Yeah, Advertising Avenue. Yeah, it's nice to see there is some improvements. Yeah, see you when I'm upstairs. This is the staircase. Very cool. But Adam's trying to shoulder in there.
Guys, don't start the class, Olivia. Look at them. Go close.
Why is he not working? Is it broke? Why is it not working? I don't mind. Oh, there we go. Time for Cadbury's Chocolate Quest. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's a queue, so yeah, there isn't. Just got off Cadbury's Chocolate Quest. That was good.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Anyways, that concludes my day at Cadbury's, so I'll see you in the next one. Get out there and keep on coasting.